renal canaliculi, salts are formed, insoluble salt. They form a stone-like structures inside the kidney, in the nephrons, then, or you can say in the calyx or renal pelvis. And now these stones, because they are insoluble, they remain in the kidney and they causes pain. They can come out, if they are very small in size, they can come out through urine, and if they are large in size, they can block the ureter or they can remain in the urinary bladder, which causes excessive pain to the person. And in some cases, surgery has to be performed to remove these stones. Now, earlier we were talking about uremia, that is the malfunctioning of kidney. Later on, if the kidney, its condition keeps on deteriorating, later on it can lead to renal failure or kidney failure. In such cases, the person, in such patients, the urea present in the blood has to be, because we are saying that accumulation of urea take place, and this condition is harmful for the human being, accumulation of urea, because it can ultimately lead to renal failure. So in such patients, urea can be removed by the process called hemodialysis. About hemodialysis, you have earlier studied in your class 10th. Let's discuss in detail about it again. Now, what happened in hemodialysis? During the process of hemodialysis, the blood is drained from the convenient artery, is pumped into a dialyzing unit called artificial kidney, and the machine, it is known as hemodialyzer. Hemodialyzer, also known as artificial kidney. So blood is drained from the convenient artery into a dialyzing unit after adding anticoagulant. Anticoagulant, all of you know anticoagulant, that is heparin, to prevent the clotting of blood in this dialyzing machine. So after the addition of heparin, the blood, it is pumped into a cellophane membrane. Cellophane, this unit, it contains a coiled cellophane tube, and this cellophane tubes, they are surrounded by a dialyzing fluid, and this dialyzing fluid, it has the same composition as that of the plasma of the blood, except nitrogenous waste. It means nitrogenous waste will be high in the blood which is pumped into this unit from the person, and it do not have or have very least amount of nitrogenous waste. Due to difference in the concentration, now the nitrogenous waste, it comes out into the dialyzing fluid. Okay, now the porous cellophane membrane of the tube, it allows the passage of molecule based on concentration gradient. How difference in concentration gradient? High concentration of nitrogenous waste in blood and low concentration of nitrogenous waste in dialyzing fluid leads to the movement of nitrogenous waste from blood into the fluid. As nitrogenous waste are absent in the dialyzing fluid, these substances freely move, thereby clearing the blood. The cleared blood is pumped back to the body through a vein after adding anticoagulant, that is the anti-heparin. Now the heparin which was added in the blood, it has to be neutralized, then this blood has to be pumped back into the person. So this was the process of hemodialysis. Now the other solution for the renal failure is the kidney transplantation. Kidney transplantation, it is the ultimate method in the correction of acute renal failure. A functioning kidney. Now in kidney transplant, what we do, A functioning kidney is used in transplantation from a donor, and donor should be preferably a close relative to minimize the chances of organ rejection by the immune system of the affected person. Means in the patient there should not be organ rejection by the immune system, so the kidney from a close relative has to be taken. In this process, old kidneys are not removed. The new kidney, or you can say transplanted kidney, is connected to the urinary bladder of the recipient, and this new kidney often start producing urine as soon as blood flows through it. But sometimes it may take a few weeks before it starts working, and person it has to be on the immunosuppressant medicines. What are immunosuppressant medicines? Which suppress the immune system and do not allow the immune system to reject the organ. If once the organ is rejected by the immune system, immune system will destroy the organ. Okay, so medicines are provided to the person so that the body it accept the transplanted organ. With this, the lesson 19 is complete.